Alright, discuss based only on the information, one benefit and one shortcoming of Monte Carlo simulation. See, Monte Carlo simulation, what we have discussed in the class is that it takes a multi-period approach, whereas your mean variance optimization, the mean variance portfolio optimization is single period. It is not that the mean variance does not take into consideration tax. This is a misconception that mean variance optimization does not take into consideration the tax effect. Monte Carlo is the only thing that considers tax. That's the wrong thing. Mean variance also takes into consideration tax, where on the horizontal axis instead of sigma we write sigma into 1 minus t. If it is a taxable account, if it's a tax deferred or a tax exempt account, then we don't change sigma. We write sigma की जगह sigma only. Only if it is a taxable account, then horizontal axis में हम लोग sigma की जगह sigma into 1 minus t लिखते हैं. Similarly, जो vertical axis है, वो r हो जाएगा r into 1 minus t अगर taxable account है, annual taxable account है. Tax deferred है या tax exempt है, then we don't change the vertical axis, we keep it r as r only. Probably we can look at accrual equivalent r in case of tax deferred account. Tax exempt में तो कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So it's not that the tax effects are ignored by the mean variance optimizer. In fact, we had discussed a diagram separately कि हमने discuss किया था कि mean variance optimizer कैसे change करते हैं अगर tax है तो. Then what is not considered by the mean variance optimization is tax effect because of rebalancing. Understand? Every year you will be rebalancing something. That means you will be selling the winners, buying the losers. इसके वजह से जो tax effect होगा वो consider नहीं किया है क्योंकि mean variance is a single period framework. It's assumed that you are not going to rebalance in the middle, whereas Monte Carlo is a multi-period framework where you are assumed that you could rebalance in the middle, and because of that, the tax effect of that would be considered. So one is multi-period, that's a normal thing. That अगर single period का horizon दिया है, तो Monte Carlo भी use कर सकते हो या mean variance भी use कर सकते हो, answer same होगा. For example, a guy who has just retired. A guy who has just retired would have a single period horizon. In that case, you can use mean variance also or Monte Carlo also. The advantage of Monte Carlo that it can accommodate multi-period will be useless. But a guy who is just got married will have multi-time horizon. From marriage till the date of children's birth, then children's birth to children education, then retirement, then post-retirement. तो 4 टाइम होराइजन होंगे, तो इसमें Monte Carlo ही यूज करना पड़ेगा. इसमें मीन वेरिएंस ऑप्टिमाइजेशन यूज नहीं हो सकता. हाँ, that is rebalancing. So the rebalancing part where you can consider cash inflows, cash outflows in the middle can be accommodated by only Monte Carlo. So the rebalancing, if there is a rebalancing requirement, then answer will be Monte Carlo. So let's look at over here. She believes that the market environment during the retirement stage is likely to be fundamentally different from there during careers. इसका clearly मतलब है 2 time periods. A time period till retirement where the market would be different, and time period after retirement where the market would be different. So for this need, mean variance cannot be used. I mean, so the optimizer, mean variance optimizers cannot be used. She has to use Monte Carlo simulation. And उसके बाद she also believes that capital gain tax will be enacted sometime in next 5 years. मतलब अभी नहीं है. और ऊपर वाले केस स्टडी में मेंशन किया था कि कैपिटल गेन टैक्स नहीं है. मतलब कैपिटल गेन टैक्स इनैक्ट होने के बाद उसका मिडल ऑफ द इयर्स में कुछ इफेक्ट पड़ने वाला है. And तीसरा point which they have mentioned that she is going to change the asset allocation and she wants to know what is the impact of that on the retirement goals. That means you cannot have one period horizon because she is thinking about changing the asset allocation between. Changing the asset allocation can be accommodated only by Monte Carlo, not by mean variance. So these are the points that you can write. So number 1 point, she believes that you don't have to write. So you can simply write because of the different market environment estimated at different periods of time. You need multi-period framework. That's Monte Carlo. Second, you can write because she wants to change the asset allocation. This has to be done via Monte Carlo because it's not accommodated via mean variance optimizer. मेरे ख्याल से 4 मार्क इजी थे क्योंकि ये हाँ, so I'm saying so मैंने 2 बेनिफिट बोले तो एक बेनिफिट लिखना था कोई भी इसमें से. शॉर्टकमिंग वो लास्ट पॉइंट में दिया है कि एक्चुअली Monte Carlo में जो एक्सपेक्टेशन सिग्मा कोरिलेशन है वो फ्यूचरिस्टिक होना चाहिए. उसने पास्ट 30 इयर्स का डेटा लिखा हुआ है. सो दैट्स द ओनली ड्रॉबैक. अदरवाइज अगर कुछ भी ड्रॉबैक नहीं मिला, यू कैन राइट GIGO, garbage in garbage out. That if the inputs were garbage, if you have mentioned that, see, in that case you may not get full marks because you have a specific data that the forecast is made based on the history, which may not be a proper forecast. It should be futuristic forecast. अगर ये नहीं था, then you could have written garbage in, garbage out. So if there was a fundamental agile change, then the past data couldn't have been used for the future data. On the conservative basis, I'll say 2 marks over here. Benefit तो quickly याद होगा. I think drawback garbage in garbage out ही clear होगा, but वो data last में है तो इसलिए शायद मिल सकता है.